Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Nice to have you. My name is Ashley, and today I am going to be sharing with you guys a full day of eating as well as my top 10 tips for keeping your weight under control through the holidays. But also I think this can apply to, you know, the quarantine 15. We've all heard about it. Maybe some of us have experienced it, and maybe you're just tired of feeling that way. It's already challenging enough dealing with everything going on in the world, add on gaining weight, and you're just probably feeling pretty lousy. So I wanted to make a video for you guys. I always get asked to make this video around this time of year, and these are all my tried and true personal tips, things that I apply to my life, which I feel like I have a very balanced approach to fitness and eating and health. If you're new to my channel, you might not be aware, but I was a very successful personal trainer in the fitness world for about 6 years. I started my own business there. I taught a lot of fitness classes, and I helped a lot of women. Women primarily were my clients through that time frame, and I left it all behind to become a homeschooling mom. And so that is my background, but I have taken my health and fitness pretty seriously, and I've been extremely consistent with everything since the birth of my last child. I have 4 kids, who is now just turning 9 years old. So I feel like I've got a decade of fitness expertise, both personal and professional, under my belt. And so I figured I would put together a little list for you guys and share it with you. Today's video is sponsored by Bellway, and you guys know they are my go-to fiber supplement. I have shared Bellway with you guys, if you watch my channel regularly, many times, because I just love them so much, and their product just helps me feel really good. The thing that it helps me with the most is bloating, and my hair is growing really fast, and I'm wondering if it has to do with that too. So anyways, I will share more about Bellway as we get into the video, but I want to thank them for partnering with me on this. So I am going to run through my top 10 tips for you guys, and then will be the full day of eating. So you can kind of hear my tips and then see me apply them to my food life. So that's kind of what I was going for with this video. So no more delaying, let's jump in. Number 1 on being able to enjoy the holidays, maintain your weight, not overindulge, is what you do most matters. That is my number 1 tip. So if you have too many sweet treats one night, is that the end of your world? No, definitely not. What you do the other 6 days of the week matter more than that one day. So I think it's important to not just go, well, I ate the whole thing of cookies, didn't plan on doing that, so I'll start back on Monday. No, just clean it up the next day. Don't do that again, you know? So what you do most matters. If you eat really balanced and well, that matters more than if you have cookies or if you have treats or whatever. If you work out the majority of the time and then one week you miss a couple, what you do more matters most. So that is my number 1 tip. Number 2 is to keep exercise pre-planned and not an afterthought. This time of year, even with the craziness of our current world, can get super busy, super bogged down. Every day, go, 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 go. And if you do not have your workouts pre-planned for your week and how are you going to do those things, then you probably will not be very consistent with your exercise. It is a personal goal of mine to maintain my 5 days of exercise all year round. Some weeks it's 4, but I really try to never get less than 4. So just making sure that you're taking that time for whatever form of exercise you enjoy doing will benefit you greatly, because again, going back to number 1, what you do most matters. Number 3 goes along with Bellway, and that is to make sure you continue to take whatever supplements you're taking. Remember to take your vitamins, remember to take your immune support, and remember to take your fiber. Your digestive system, when you're eating a lot of things you're not used to, can get really backed up, really slowed down, and so having delicious tasting Bellway fiber will help keep things moving along and help you feel your best, keep your jeans buttoning. So just make sure you keep taking the supplements that you normally would take. The next tip I have for you guys is to hydrate your body. Again, it goes with being really busy. It also goes along with being colder. A lot of people don't feel thirsty when it's not warm outside, myself included. So you have to be a little bit more intentional with keeping your body hydrated. In the summertime, I definitely recommend like body weight in ounces or close to, especially if you live somewhere really hot like I do. But in the winter, I think it's safe to maintain just around 100 ounces, a little bit above. And then, you know, if you have a cup of hot tea or this or that, it kind of adds into it. But make sure you're drinking at least 100 ounces of water every day. It just helps everything feel your best. Now, when it comes to meals, here's my tip. And I'm talking about like family gatherings or holiday type meals. So when you have your plate, the thing you want the most of on your plate is protein. The thing you want to have second largest portion of on your plate are vegetables. And the third space is for your refined carbohydrates, your potatoes, your roll, whatever it is. So when you build your plate, think of cutting it into like half, and the whole half protein, the other side vegetables, and then your carbs. And if you eat your holiday meals like that, they will not destroy your hard work. If you've been, you know, maintaining a healthy body throughout all of this, it won't wreck it. And you also won't feel sick and like you need to go and get your sweatpants on immediately. That is a sign too, you guys. If you eat and then you feel like, oh, I need to unbutton my pants, you probably ate too much, you probably overate, and obviously we don't want to be doing that, but it happens. But try that plate technique and you will probably see that it helps. You can also apply that to dinners you make at home with your family. The next tip I have for you guys is before you eat something, I'm talking about like desserts or, you know, something you know that isn't super nutritious, but it looks pretty good, you kind of want it, is to just take a moment and think to yourself, do I actually want to eat this, or am I just eating this because it's here? That is one of the biggest ways that I have been able to maintain a healthy body weight, feel good about the way I look inside and out, is I don't deprive myself of things, but I don't just indulge because it's there. Like if it's something that I don't really like, for example, like birthday cake. I don't like birthday cake. I will be at a birthday party and I'll just pass on the cake. And it's not because of the calories, it's because I don't actually like that. Now, however, if there's like a really yummy like crumble cookie or a twisted sugar cookie, then I probably will have that because I want it. Here's another example. I don't like apple pie. So if that's the only kind of pie they have, I'll pass on the pie. I only like pumpkin. So you see, taking time to actually ask yourself, do I want this, or am I just eating this out of an impulse? That little 30-second conversation you can have with yourself in your head will help you be able to say yes to the things you enjoy, but not overindulge because you're not partaking in everything just because it's there. The next tip I have for you guys is to kind of decide, and you don't have to do this all of the time, but if you're trying to be more diligent, to decide between a sweet drink or a sweet treat. Try to avoid doing both. So if you want the hot chocolate with the marshmallows and the whipped cream, then maybe skip the cookie to go with it, or vice versa. If you want the wine, don't have the dessert. If you want the eggnog, don't have the cookie, you know? So decide between drinks or treats. I personally will always rather eat my food, eat my calories than drink them. That's why you guys only really see me with coffee, tea, and water, because I'd rather eat my food, but some people really enjoy the drinks. So it just comes down to what you would rather have. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. In fact, I recommend that it's not that way. But it does need to be controlled. So that's one way that you can do that easy. The next tip I have for you guys is when you're headed over to your relative's house or whatever, wherever you're going. I know some of us aren't going anywhere, but you know, speaking generally, before you go to a party or before you go to a girls' night or before you go to wherever you're going, don't go hungry. I always try to arrive somewhere having just had like a protein shake or maybe like some Greek yogurt, so I'm not like starving or in a state of starvation, because then the minute those appetizers hit that counter, you're gonna be just eating. So try to avoid going places hungry. That is a big tip I have for you guys. The last two tips that I have before we get into my full day of eating are at night, on the regular, at night. You know, I know sitting by the Christmas tree, looking at the lights, like it can be super tempting to go and get yourself a little treat from the pantry. And you guys will see in my full day of eating that I did have a little bit of a treat. But something that really helps me is drinking tea at night as I'm sitting there. It's just like a part of my relaxation. It's a little bit of my self-care as a mom. And so I understand that want of like, ooh, I want something right now, but it doesn't always have to be food. So if you can find a tea that you really like, that will definitely help you, because we don't need to be eating dessert every night. I said it, don't hate me. You know, save it for those special Christmas gatherings or whatever, but like your nightly routine at home doesn't need to involve dessert every single night. So tea definitely helps me there. And the last little tip that I have for you guys that you guys will see in my full day of eating is to eat a high protein diet. I'm not going to give grams, but I'm just going to say that most women undereat protein and therefore eat a lot more of other things that are not as beneficial for your hormones, for your weight, for your muscular system, for your bone health. And so I recommend eating, you know, protein in every meal and every snack you have. Whatever way you like to achieve your protein, whether you're vegan and you do tofu, or you're, you know, eating meat like I do and you have your turkey and your chicken, whatever it is. But protein in every meal and snack will definitely help you not gain a ton of weight this holiday season and be able to enjoy it without feeling like you overindulged. So I hope those tips helped you. Now we will jump into the full day of eating.
So the first thing I'm going to have is a cup of coffee. This peppermint bark one from Walmart is actually really good. And I get a lot of questions on why, if I have an espresso machine, do I do a Keurig? And the answer is I just like having both. No deeper answer than that. So I'm just going to make my coffee and I'll put just a little bit of half and half in there. So I'm getting ready to have my breakfast now, and I wanted to show you guys my protein pancake recipe. I use 1 scoop of multi-purpose, it's unflavored protein powder. There is 21 grams in that. Then I use a half cup of egg whites. There's about 20 grams of protein in that, so that's already like 45. And then I use 1/8 of a cup of Kodiak mix, give or take 5 to 10 grams in that. So mix it all together. It's around 40 to 50 grams of protein, and I just add like a splash of water and then mix it up with a whisk. So then what I do is I spray my pan with some coconut non-stick spray, and I'm gonna let that get pretty hot. I like to use this egg pan because I make one giant protein pancake. So I'll let that heat up and until it's like gonna be almost like a griddle, and then I'll pour it in, and then I will usually add some peanut butter to the top, maybe a little bit of fruit, and maybe like a tiny drizzle of syrup. But it's such a yummy filling breakfast with like 50 grams of protein. And so yeah, I really try, as you guys know if you've watched many of these videos, to eat a high protein diet, and especially in the morning. So that is the recipe. So if you guys are looking for an easy, quick thing to throw together for yourself, it tastes like it should be unhealthy, but it's not. So I love that. So it is like 11 o'clock now and I am so cold today. I cannot warm up. So I am going to make this candy cane decaf green tea from Trader Joe's. I showed this to you guys in my most recent Trader Joe's holiday video. And then I'm gonna bring this upstairs into our schoolroom because we usually will eat lunch around like 12:30 or so. And I'm like hungry today for some reason, so I'm going to have that protein bar with my tea. And I have no time for heating water on the stove, so in the microwave it goes. So like I mentioned, today's video is sponsored by Bellway. You guys know I've worked with them many times in the past and continue to work with them and share with you guys about their amazing products because I love them so much. I just got these two flavors in the mail. This one is mixed berry. I've never had this one before. This one is lemon lime, and that is my second favorite to the raspberry lemon, which I'm about halfway out of. So if you guys have never heard of Bellway, they are an awesome company that has all these wonderful fiber supplements that taste amazing with no sugar added, gluten-free, and plant-based. Fiber helps with so many things from bloating to hair and nail growth, so many different things. It lowers your risk for diabetes, high cholesterol, heart. I mean, there's so many reasons why we need to eat a diet that is high in fiber. And you guys may be surprised to learn that you're probably not eating enough fiber. It would take roughly about 10 salads per day to equal up to the amount of fiber that your body needs. That is in one rounded scoop of Bellway fiber. So I always take mine in the morning. Sometimes I forget and I have it in the afternoon. I like to mix it with really cold water and I like to drink it fast, but it does mix really well, not like some other fiber supplements that I've tried in the past where it's very grainy and chalky and gross. And it just really helps me feel my best. I take this with my multivitamin and vitamin C right now because I'm just kind of increasing that a little bit. But they do have all of these different flavors and they are coming out with some new supplements that I will be excited to share with you guys in the future. But if you've never tried Bellway, then I will have a link down in the description box for you guys to check them out. I love this raspberry lemon flavor. If you've never tried it, I recommend this flavor. And if you're not big into raspberry lemon, the lemon lime is really good as well. So if you guys give Bellway a try, let me know, but I'll have a link down in the description box for you guys. I would highly encourage you to up your fiber. You'll see so many benefits. Even sometimes better digestion can lead to feeling better, a little bit of weight loss. Like there's just a lot of benefits to having the added fiber in your diet, and I totally get it from Bellway. For lunch today, I just made myself a little mixed green salad with a little bit of cheese on top and hard-boiled egg. And then I'll use this Newman's Own dressing on top of there. So just something super easy and quick to throw together. But like I mentioned, you'd have to be eating about 10 salads per day to equal up to the amount of fiber you need. So most people do not eat enough fiber. And so even though I eat really healthy, I definitely benefit from having that fiber supplement. So anyways, just pointing out, I don't know anyone who eats 10 salads a day, but I definitely try to eat at least 2. So not food, but water. It's 1 o'clock and I just finished my first hydro flask. In the summer, I drink probably like 150 to 160 ounces. But in the winter when it's cold, like I just had that tea, which is just green tea and water. And so I find that I drink less of these, but I still shoot for about 3 a day. So that's around 100 ounces. And then if you add on tea and all those other things, I'm definitely still getting above 100 ounces of water a day. So I feel like that's important. So I wanted to make sure that I included this in here because I find that if I have this full and I just bring it with me upstairs when I'm schooling with the kids or wherever I'm going, then I drink more water that way. So I just always try to have this full. So I'm going to fill it up again. Okay guys, so it is about 2 o'clock and I just came down. I always like to have a coffee in the afternoon. I made myself a little latte with the espresso machine and then just did a little cinnamon powder on top. While I was down here, I'm gonna work out once I drink this. This week just have not been waking up early. We took a break last week and I got my sleep schedule all messed up, so I need to get back on track, but I'm working out this afternoon. So we had leftover water bottles from a birthday get together we had, so I went ahead and just mixed my EAAs, which are similar to BCAAs. I get mine from iHeartMacros.com. There's no sucralose in these, which is kind of hard to find. So I like to drink that when I work out. So I figured since I was down here, I would just go ahead and make it. So I'm gonna drink my latte, then I'm gonna work out and I'll drink that as I do it. All right, so I just finished working out and I always like to follow my workout with a protein shake. As you guys have seen from my videos over the years, I am always trying different proteins. I got this one from Costco. It was a really good deal. This is a really good brand. Good things up here, and so I put just a scoop in there. This is the peanut butter cup, and I just do it with water and ice and shake it. Jake does it with almond milk, but I just prefer it with water. And then I sliced up an apple to have along with that as kind of like my afternoon snack. The kids are going to go outside and play, and so I'll just bring this outside and watch them play out. So for dinner tonight, I'm just having some chicken with this little bit of sauce that I made with dill and some sour cream, and then some roasted asparagus and a couple roasted potatoes. And my favorite LaCroix flavor is the limoncello one. So that is what is for dinner.
Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a full day of eating, as well as my 10 tips for surviving the holiday season and maybe quarantine as well without gaining and overindulging. I hope they helped. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, and be sure to check out Bellway down in the description box. And make sure you continue to take all of your supplements through the holiday season. I will see you guys in my next video really soon. Bye guys.